What order do you need to click on these items to use all of them in one tick? The Shark, Karambwan, then Brew, the Shark, Brew, then Karambwan, or secret option C, it doesn't matter. The answer is B, Shark, Brew, then Karambwan. There's a lot of little nuances for using food and potions that can actually make a big difference during your bossing gains, and in this video I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about healing up with food and potions. Let's start with the basics. Every weapon in the game has a set speed, like the Abyssal Whip is a 4-tick weapon. The game runs at 100 ticks per minute, so as I fight this monster, you can see my whip attacks every 4 game ticks, which is only 2.4 seconds, a pretty quick attack. When you eat food while in combat, it is going to add to that attack delay, so you will attack slower. For most food in the game, it adds 3 ticks. So when we look at this example now, you'll notice I'm eating a shark in between every one of my attacks, and they are now attacking at a 7-tick pace instead of the 4-tick pace, which is significantly slower. And of course, the slower you attack, the less damage you're doing, which in turn makes the fight longer, and the fight being longer means you're going to take more damage as well, and it's just kind of a vicious cycle. You also can't eat any other food during those 3 added ticks. That's why you can't just like spam a ton of sharks back to back if you click on them fast enough. You have to wait 3 ticks before you can eat again. So if something was hitting you really hard, you might not heal up fast enough by just spamming like sharks or manta rays or monkfish or anything like that. Karambwans work a little differently though. A Karambwan heals 18 health, and eating one only adds 2 ticks to your attack delay. As you can see here, eating a Karambwan after each whip attack has me attacking at a 6-tick pace. You can also eat a Karambwan right after you eat a different piece of food, and you'll eat both of them at the same time without having to deal with that little bit of delay while you eat. This is some basic combo eating. This is going to stack the attack delay from both pieces of food, so you'll see that while I'm combo eating, my whip is actually attacking at a 9-tick pace. So combo eating 2 pieces of food is not ideal for keeping up your damage per second, but it can keep you safe if you're about to take a lot of damage and you need to heal up quickly. There were a few comments on my Karambwan short about eating without receiving any tick delay. Some players seem to think that if you eat food right as you attack, then you can continue to attack without the added delay. This is not true. If you eat hard food while in combat, like a shark, a manta ray, a Karambwan, even a lobster, a slice of chocolate cake, any hard food, it's going to add to your attack delay. If you are not in combat and you have not attacked for a bit, then you could eat some food and immediately attack. But as long as you're in combat currently fighting, eating food is always going to add to that attack delay. Potions work differently than food. There is no delay added to your attack, but you still need to like click back on the monster after you sip a potion, same as you would with any hard food. Sipping a Saradomin Brew is going to heal you up as well as lower your combat stats, except for defense, which it will raise. The higher your hit points, the more health you get from each sip of Saradomin Brew. To restore those lowered stats, you want to sip a Super Restore. That Super Restore potion will also restore some of your prayer points. The higher your prayer level, the more prayer points you get out of it, and you will always get 1 more prayer point per sip of Super Restore than you would get from a prayer potion. You can sip 3 doses of Saradomin Brew for each 1 dose of Super Restore. If you were boosted up with like a Super Combat or a Ranging Potion, you could actually sip 4 brew sips, then restore back to normal stats, then boost back up with another Super Combat sip. You don't really need to be insanely efficient with sipping your Saradomin Brews. I have definitely sipped like 1 or 2 sips, then a restore while trying to keep up my DPS at next. The general rule of thumb is 3 Saradomin Brew doses can be recovered by 1 dose of Super Restore. You can sip potions between attacks and then immediately click back on a monster to keep attacking at the same speed. Here's me using that whip at the 4-tick pace while I'm healing up my health and prayer points. With a slower weapon, sometimes you can get multiple sips in between attacks, like with the Osmumpton's Fang here. If I sip a potion right as I attack, I can get a second sip in and still attack at the 5-tick pace that I normally would be at, though I would only get 1 more sip between the next 2 attacks because there's still a little bit of delay in there. Overall, using potions to heal up will not slow down your attacks, but of course, using Saradomin Brews will lower your stats until you pop back up. So you're going to end up using an attack or 2 while not potted up. So the same with hard food. Healing up with potions is going to slow down your DPS, just not your attack speed overall. In other words, the less healing you have to do, the more damage you're doing. In the Chambers of Xeric, you can have an Overload, and in Tombs of Amascut, you can get Smelling Salts, which work similar. Both of these items will boost your stats heavily, and they reboost your stats every 15 seconds. This means that if you sip a Saradomin Brew right before that Overload or Salt hits the 15-second mark, you're going to immediately boost those stats back up, basically losing 0 DPS while healing. When you eat hard food, you can combo it with a Karambwan right after to eat both at the same time. You can also do this with a potion. So if you click on a Shark and a Sarah Brew back to back, you'll combo eat those for some solid health, and it's only going to give you that attack delay from the Shark since a Brew doesn't have any. You will need to sip up a Super Restore to get your stats back up, but you can also combo that Super Restore with a Shark. You can also combo a Karambwan with a potion, but you have to drink the potion first. So if you go Cerato and Brew then Karambwan, it'll combo heal and only add the 2-tick delay from eating Karambwans. So if you click a Shark, a Brew, then a Karambwan, you're actually going to heal from all 3 of them at once. Then of course you'll be given the attack delay from the Karambwan and the Shark. So it still slows down your attack a lot to combo eat all 3, but it can quickly get your hit points back up to a safe place to survive a boss fight or even in PvP if you're getting crushed. They're actually going to be adding even more food to the list with the Hunters Guild. The Moonlight Antelope meat from the Hunters Guild is going to heal up 14 health as soon as you eat it, and then another 12 health over time, making it heal 26 instead of the 22 that you would get from a manta ray or an anglerfish. I am very interested to see some new foods be added to the game with Hunter. How you use food and potions to heal up is going to make a huge difference in your bossing gains, so having an understanding of these items will help you out at improving at bossing on old school RuneScape. If you have any questions about food, potions, and combo eating, be sure to let me know in the comments section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed the video, or you just got some useful information out of it, be sure to subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching, and best of luck on your gains.